Hey everyone! Today I'm doing a first impressions does it work video on the Chi Chi makeup blending sponges. So every single video that you've ever watched of mine where I do a makeup video, I use brushes. I've had really bad experience with beauty sponges. They've never ever worked for me. So I got these ones because I have heard really good and positive feedback on them. There's 4 in a pack. You get 4 for $15, which is a bargain considering the Real Techniques beauty blender is $16.99 retail. So that's how they look like in the box. It says on the back what they are. Traditional with slanted flat top. Then you've got the hourglass with a slanted flat top, and then you've got the hourglass with pointed end. So that's them. I have heard that they work really well when you dampen them. They expand to a good size, so I'm putting that to the test, and then also how much product they absorb, how well they expand, and then obviously how well they blend. So for today I think I'm going to use the traditional sponge, which is the blue greeny aqua kind of colour. First of all, they're pretty soft. I have felt like I have had used the Real Techniques ones and they feel a little stiffer, I'm not gonna lie, they feel a little stiff. So that is the traditional one just there. It's got a little rim, so I'm not sure if that's like for gripping or something like that. Then you've got the traditional with the slanted top, like you've got your flat. This is basically what the Real Techniques one looks exactly like. Then you've got the hourglass with the pointed top. So this one will be really good for getting underneath in concealer, that kind of thing. And then you've got the exact same shape, but it's got your slanted face, I guess you could say. So yeah, I think I'm going to use the traditional for all over my face for bouncing it around. Then I might try like your pointed one for underneath the eyes. So I'm going to show you this right here. This is the before. So this is exactly what it looks like before I go and wet it. So I'm going to go wet it and then come back and we'll see the size difference. I'm back. And that's the size of the sponge now. Definitely expanded. Definitely. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's pretty big. Got it. I'm really happy with how it expanded, and it did soften a lot. It softened a lot after you dampened it. It's so much more bouncy now. So far so good. As you guys normally would see, I use like a Real Techniques Expert Face brush or a flat top brush to put on my foundation. But obviously going for a beauty blender, so what one better? And for foundation, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation in 210. I like this foundation, it's really nice. It lasts all day on my skin. It's quite liquidy as well, so I think that'll be quite good because obviously you just know that like if you have more of a moussey formula, the beauty blender is going to have a lot more trouble blending it out. So I am going to use this liquidy foundation. So we're going to get all cute now and tuck our hair behind our ears. That looks so weird. I just have a little mirror down here where I'll be, you know, working on my face. I normally do this anyway, but I'm just going to deposit it all over my face. I like pretty full coverage and I'm going to work after I film this video, so I want to look okay. Hopefully, oh my god, I'm hoping that, you know, this works because I've just had really bad experience with beauty sponges, so I've just always gone with brushes. But yeah, I found these and I've heard amazing like stuff on these beauty blenders, so I'm gonna give it a try. So now that I've got all nice paint all over my face, I'm gonna use the like flat side of the beauty sponge and dab it all over my face. So let's go, hopefully it goes good. So already it's taking a lot of product, but you know, that's expected. And if any of you guys are like beauty blender maniacs and you use nothing but beauty blenders to blend out your foundation, let me know on some like tips and tricks to use it better, because I would love to be able to use them a lot more. So that's the like look that it's giving. Very natural. You'll definitely have to work on it to build it up, but it blends out really nicely, and this sponge is so soft. Like, I'm not pounding on my face. It's really nice. Like others, I literally have to just punch myself in the face to be able to blend them out. But this one is really, really nice. Okay, so that is one layer. I just used the flat surface on the like original size. I'm actually really loving it. Like, it's very, very like natural coverage. Like, I'll come in a little bit. So excuse my like little red pimple spots everywhere. But I'm loving how natural it is. Yeah, it's very nice and natural. It just gives you a gorgeous wash of colour. But it kind of looks flawless, or like airbrushed, so I'm really, really happy with it so far. But I'm gonna pop on a little bit more product where I want more coverage, like where I have my pimples and that kind of thing. Maybe a bit just around the T-zone, because that's where I shed foundation easily, so I'm gonna do that. So I've just got a little bit more product on, and I think I'm gonna use like the side this time just to see how it goes and blending that out. Okay, so this is my face. I just built up around the cheek area and a little bit on the forehead where I have a bit more tendency to like my foundation to flake and spread, that kind of thing. And this is the finished result. So as I said before, it looks really, really natural. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm really, really liking it. I'm being completely like, this is first impressions, never used it before, had horrible experiences, so I was just preparing for the worst. But I really, really like this sponge. I'm so excited. So I'm going to go grab a concealer, and then I'm going to use one of the slanted ones with the flat surface. I have had experience where flat surface just absorbed everything. This one, so I'm going to use this one because it's got your pointed underneath, but it's got the flat, so it's small enough to get underneath your concealer, but it's got your flat top as well. So I'm going to experiment with more of the rounded ones. Like, look at the size difference. How cool is that? So this is the size of this one here before I put any water and I dampen it up. So we'll see how big it gets when I come back. Look how big that got. It's huge. They expand so, so well. The Real Techniques ones hardly expand, like, and I've tried like Manicare and Kmart and stuff like that, and they just never work. But this one, oh my god, it's huge. So next up is concealer, and I'm just gonna see how they blend concealer. I really, really, really loved the way that it blended my foundation. I've never really had this finish before on my face. Like, I don't know, I'm probably over exaggerating way too much, but I'm really, really happy with it so far. So highly recommend, even if you wanted to buy them singly, because I believe they're $5 each single for the Chi Chi beauty blenders. So next I'm just going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, shade 10 light, and I'm just going to apply it underneath my eyes as normal, and then I'll blend it out with the sponge. I'm so impressed, guys. I'm so happy. Like, oh, can you not tell? I feel as though it stayed on my face and it really didn't go in here a lot. Like, have a look. Like, that's the color. That's like the dirty bit to it. So it's very, very faint. These work. these most certainly work. I am absolutely in love with these sponges. Like, oh my god, I haven't tried the other two yet, but from just using these two alone, they expand really well. They don't absorb a lot of product. Like, that's pretty good, I reckon. Pretty good. And then they're soft, they're not hard, they're not tough, they're so bouncy and soft after you wet them though. They did feel, like I said, they did feel quite hard, but after I've wet them, oh, they are so good. These work. These are work tested, Maddie approved. Awesome. I highly recommend you guys to get these. The Chi Chi beauty sponges, beauty blending sponges. If you are looking for affordable sponges that really do work, go get these ones. They are amazing. Like, there is literally, look, I'm not lying to you, there's 4 of them for 15 Australian dollars. So highly recommend them, and they can be sold separately for $5 each. I haven't seen them, I only saw the pack and I got the pack, but I highly recommend them. So good, absolutely go get them, just go get them. There's 4 of them in there and they're all insane awesome. So good.